Numerology number 5, the number of freedom, change, rebellion, entertainment. It's the most sexual number out of all the numbers in numerology. So, if you have a 5, if you was born on the 5th, the 14th, the 23rd, or if your birthday adds up to a 5, you're more likely going to love to travel. Even if you're kind of more of a homebody, getting out and traveling is actually a really good thing for you. You're walking with the flow of your energy. And circumstances in your life will pop up that will actually just give you a lot more opportunity to travel than most people. 5 is also the number of rebellion. A lot of people that have that 5 energy, I'm not saying they're the ones that start revolutions. There's more to it than that. But they are they're the types to kind of rebel against social norms. It's also the number of change. If you actually look at how the 5s open on one side, open on the other, that's change. 5s are really good. Like 5s are the type of people where if you meet them here 1 year, 2 to 3 years down the road, they could be a completely different person. They're always evolving. They're always changing. They're a lot more better with going with change than most people. Even if they're scared about it, they're a lot better with going with change. It's also the number of freedom. 5s don't like to be tied down. Now, in combination with it being the most sexual number out of all the numbers, sometimes 5s are not the best in relationships. They have a lot of commitment issues. It's really hard for them unless you got some other combination or some other energy backing that up. So, like for example, my life path is a 5. But I don't have relationship issues. But I got, I think, a good couple other things in there, which I'll explain to you later in videos once we get more in depth on why it is that I don't have problems with that. I'm not going to lie to you, and just like how I'll tell my wife, there is an underlying theme in my mindset that is present, and I acknowledge it, but I don't follow through with any of it. At the end of the day, y'all watching, especially y'all 5s, just remember, a couple of minutes of pleasure does not constitute a lifetime of having to apologize and just be hurt all the daggone time, and eventually get to the point to where you can't be in a relationship because you just don't know what to do and you don't know how to receive. So 5s really need to really pay attention to that. Go out, explore, enjoy yourself, be honest with yourself, but also know everything needs to be in moderation. They're also the entertainers. 5s are really good talkers. I'm not saying they're like 3 where they like to communicate, but a 5, when they talk, they're very passionate. They're very into what they're saying. And for a 5, small talk is not really a thing. They need to be a little bit more expansive. Not like the 7 though. They need to be a little bit more expansive. And this is another number, like I said, that you'll find on YouTube. That you'll find with streamers. Is that entertainment aspect. You'll find it with comedians. Granted, it's not going to be more dominant than a 3, but it's also there. So, that's numerology number 5. Take a well time.